So here's the important detail. In Chapter 1, so basically this is one of my first moments of gameplay was me already making this mistake. You're apparently supposed to go back to Equus Oils. I mean, not supposed to. There's no real reason to, contextually. Even if you're exploring completely like I was, it's a strange thing to do because it's like I've already been there. There's no reason to think it changed while I was gone. I didn't check every location twice. But in this case, it's kind of a big deal. It's the only way to unlock the Act 5 interlude. A man with a large pair of antlers slung over his shoulder is speaking with Joseph. And that's only a few miles outside of Hoggenville anyway. I don't think you could do much better for accessibility, and they got that new gas station if folks get lost. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost as when we are always already lost. Just like poor, itinerant Silas, wandering the road looking for home. Well, that's the way to look at it, I guess. Well, hello. I heard that old truck rumble on up. How's Blue? Say, maybe you can help this fellow. He's looking for a venue. Is that how you say it? Right? Sure. I have an old friend who runs a bar. They've got a real big stage. No, it can't be indoors. Impossible. But I'm obliged you'd stop a moment to help me work this through. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of my life's great work, a grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. How do you mean experimental? Well, drama is really my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. Yep, pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is the eternally fruitful marriage of whimsy and process that has yielded such poetic specimens as astrology, phrenology, you're losing me, man, canals on Mars, and homeopathic medicine. Wow, what a list! Jesus Christ, I hate it. I hate everything you just said. I hope I have the time to explain how my pseudoscientific theory poetics may find expression in this play, but now I am in a delirious rush. The event is to be performed tomorrow morning, just before dawn, but in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at the last moment. I've been out all day driving the highways looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape, like a hawk scouring the field. So, like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring my car so I can get back at the task. What kind of venue are you looking for? Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. If you have attention to spare for your drive, I'd be grateful. Oh, sounds like you want to go to the epilogue. I mean, you want to go to Act 5, basically. Outdoors and tragic. Well, here you are. Here I am. Yep. I'm hard at work, as you can see. Now, don't distract me. Ha! You like your work? I haven't a lot of options. Well, who has options these days? You know, I went to college for almost 12 years. I have an advanced degree in electronic writing. But I guess I took the low road in the end. I have a degree in geology and I do Let's Plays. So I believe that's it. You leave so the game saves, basically. Quit on out. Back to the circle. The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. Mexico. That's what she said. Damn. Oh, she's been there before. Sounds so far away. She's lived there for years. Why'd she come back? Ask her. Sometimes it's hard to get a straight answer. So I recall. Well, that old girl's trouble anyhow. I'll tell her you said so. She'd wear it with pride. She would, wouldn't she? How's business? Shitty. Haha. Sure, you laugh. Sorry, Harry. You laugh, but where'll you go to and where you'll go to sit and talk all day when they shut this place down? Oh, I appreciate the stakes. It'd be a different story if someone brought a drink with cash now and then. Sure, Harry. We've all got our troubles, which reminds me. I'll pour 'em. No, it's not that. As I was leaving the bureau, I ran into someone else. Aha. Your erstwhile janitor. I bet. What do you have to say? In fact, he suggested he might come by and clean your facilities. He what? I never told him to. Now, Harry, be kind. I told him. Here he is. Now? Be kind. I'm always kind. How does it look out there, Brandon? It's pretty okay. Sure. The sun is out. Imagine that. I mean, it's clear skies. Clear skies today. Well, I'll get started. Listen, kid. Just go on back. My young friend will check in on you shortly. Oh, it's just a couple of bathrooms. See that attitude? Go on back, Brandon. Okay, I'll start with the ladies. Fine. There's nobody. Nah, it's just us and the kids. Oh, hey, yo, what are you watching? Some soap opera. To love a red moon. Oh yeah, my mom used to watch this one. Yeah, at first I thought the voices should be based on the TV, like that's who was talking. The woman in this scene, Magda, she's a Martian banker. Her lover is the It's very compelling. Well. See, Harry? A little bit of kindness, and you got your janitor back. When was I ever anything but kind to him? I let him sleep in the office whenever he misses his bus. But he's not dependable. Off he goes, always when I need him most. He thinks he ought to earn a little pay. I can't afford to pay any fixed wages, though I wish I could. So, when someone else can pay, then someone else will have to. Not so loud, he'll hear you. I want him to. He'll have to eventually. Harry, I believe you were about to pour us a couple drinks. This damn bar is like a muddy, black little pond where everyone who stops to drink falls in and drowns. Now, Harry, who would drink from a muddy black pond? There's always someone thirsty enough. And what are you in this colorful metaphor? Just another set of bones at the bottom. I'll drink to that. Well, so will I. They're falling in love. Huh? On TV. How far? So how'd it go? Your plaything. My plaything. You said you had to put on a play, right? I staged an experimental theater production, yes. Pardon me. If you must know, it was a disaster. Sorry to hear that. On the topic of my production, the less said the better. Fine. Change the subject. It was doomed from the start, really. As I watched the sun rise that morning in front of Eckes Oils. What's that? The gas station, Joseph's place. Oh, how old is Joe? Reflective these days, aren't we all? Wait, you did your play at a gas station? I staged. Yes. And nobody came out, huh? I'll be damned. An uncommon venue, by design. It's unique, I'll give you that. Even if an audience had materialized, there were other gaps in the production. Okay. The cast and crew, also absent. Damn. So, I alone stood there at sunrise with no play and no audience to miss it. And you? What's been occupying your days and nights, my friend? Not much. Sometimes I go down to the store and restock, but then it's straight back home. Home. You mean this place? I guess. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? Not at all. No, you had it right at first. This bar is no home. It all depends on what you mean by home. Talking to Brandon the other day, I got the sense he sees this bar as a kind of home too. Ha! He's like a dog that walked in off the street. And what do you do, Harry, when a dog walks in off the street? I give him some water. A dog never did anything wrong. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. What's that from? A poem. I bet. Sounds like a greeting card. It's meant to sound a little cynical, I believe. What's the poem called? The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. I googled that. You can just read it online. It's just there. Oh, of course. Only the poem which served as the basis for my doomed experimental stage production. I'm sure it's a great poem. The next line is, I should have called it something you somehow haven't deserved. Ah. Mean anything to you? Well, is he a Christian man? Frost? Yes, I think he was, with a healthy measure of doubt. That sounds to me like the grace of God. You get it when you're baptized. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to earn it. You just try to be worthy of it. What do you think? Harry, you know I only attend church for the acoustics. Then what's that line mean to you? Oh, I take it very literally. It's a moral claim. There is, for each of us, a place called home. The relationship is inalienable. It's our birthright. No one may keep us from this place. Says who, though? I mean, who enforces it? If God won't, then it's up to us. And I guess you think the same goes for that kid back there. Am I so transparent? So why is it up to us, though? Doesn't his grandma work in a bank or something? Does she? I'm pretty sure I heard that. But Harry, don't you think that if he could get help from family... Sure, maybe they had a fight. He looked exhausted. Yeah, he did. Why don't you go check on him? It's kinda quiet back there, huh? Not to scold him, Harry. Just see how he's doing. Yeah, alright. I'll catch up on the melodrama of the day, which is a relatively short loop that keeps repeating. Well, you've been glued to this program all day. What do you make of it? Oh god, they're talking to me. Who am I? Everybody's secretly in love with everybody else. Am I Emily? It's so boring. Too consistent, I see. Sorry, your play was a bust. Ah, live theater is always a risk. That's what makes it interesting. I agree. Sure, you're a performer. You understand. I was in a movie recently. I hadn't heard. Yeah, a western, kind of. A glitch western. You have my complete attention. I was just thinking about your poem. Oh? Yeah, but I was thinking about it as a riddle. Like, what's the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in? And the answer is home? No, it's a grave. Our host returns, but so quickly. Well, did you and that young man have a heart-to-heart conversation? How is he? He's asleep. On the floor. With a roll of paper towels as a pillow. Ah. Try to remember, Harry. No. It's alright. Let him rest. He's in the women's restroom, though. Oh. Not the most ideal location to pick, but... yeah. If I found like a through line, it would be kind of an aspect of replace economics with empathy being like a theme throughout the entire 5 episodes and 5 interludes. That part was relatively straightforward. Home is the place where when you go there, they have to take you in. This idea that they have this person that's like a stray dog they've adopted, and it doesn't benefit them to keep him around, but they let him sleep. There's elements of like both Conway and Shannon had careers and livelihoods that were coming to an end, and their usefulness to society was going to just kind of get cut off there, and they kind of didn't know what to do with that. Both because there's a part where you feel like you don't have a purpose if you don't like fulfill your economic use in society all the time, but also because you're actually physically threatened with your, they call it a livelihood for a reason. Your safety is threatened if you don't fulfill your obligations to society and prove your worth every day until you have enough savings or whatever to stop proving your worth at a retirement age if you're so lucky. They're both kind of getting turned loose. She's being evicted from her apparently failing business or something. I don't remember the context that well anymore because it was episode 1. And Conway's business is ending too. The whole job that he has is going away. And even though it doesn't really benefit him and it keeps risking things to him, it keeps being a detriment to finish this job. He keeps committing to delivering this package despite everything. And it costs him, in some ways, everything, and in some ways, nothing. In a weird way. In a really cynical, gross way, this quest solves his problems. In that he finds a new place to belong. It's just... You really would have hoped that he would find some magical place to belong amongst this roaming pack of travelers, the robot band and the child and Shannon, and like that would be like his new adventure in life, and somehow that would work out. But instead, he just gets absorbed by a conglomerate that will manipulate him in a very predatory way, basically tricked him into employment. And also doesn't care much for his safety, so there's a chance he might not even survive the process. But he takes a weird sort of like solace in having a place in his life again, and having a place to belong again, and knowing and not having to ask the question of where he's going to go next or what he's going to do with his life, because it's been answered for him. And there's a peace in that, but it's depressing as hell. But you constantly have people picking back and forth between empathy and economics. Like I think of the chapter, the entertainment, with that bar. Distressing. That was pretty distressing. That was when you play as a character who essentially throws some people into indentured servitude, like Conway. Well before we ever had context for half of that. It was sinister even back then. And there is an aspect of them taking advantage because they keep drinking at his place but not paying for it. Although really, at some point you could just put your foot down and stop, not let them drive you out of business. It's a hell of a consequence. Oh well, that was Kentucky Route Zero. It's beautiful, it's sad, it's a unique and bizarre indie creation that I was really waiting to play for a very long time, and now it's finally done, and so I did. And I definitely am happy I did so. I kind of put it in there with like Pathologic and Outer Wilds, Papers, Please, as just kind of like these indie projects that are like wholly realized artistic creations that are important on their own terms of just like these are things that need to be like a list featuring games like these, which are the ones that are kind of worth remembering 10 years from now when a lot of stuff fades from memory as time goes on, and a lot of stuff is just iterating on other ideas, and a lot of stuff is just kind of, you know, making a product to sell it and so on. But like there's a place for that, but there's particular games that are kind of these monoliths within the industry, and those things are real interesting, and those are some of the examples. Then the stuff like The Witness kind of fits in there too. But yeah, good game. Definitely sleepy and plodding. Just kind of I spent a lot of time just kind of relaxing and trying to get through my lines without yawning, because even though I wasn't really trying to record these late at night or anything, it was just a sleepy kind of game, but it was neat. See you guys next time. We finally are going to play a puzzle game again. It's been a while.